Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Power football with the run.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Got it looking for the first down. He's going to come up about 5 yards short of the line to gain.
For a wide receiver screen to work, you've got to have better blocking out in front by other receivers, and they're just not physical enough at the point on that last play.
Now on 4th down, here comes the field goal team. And he'll kick for the 3 from 36 yards out in the right hash. Never a doubt. And with that, they break the seal on the scoring. It's 3-0.
And he'll take that first drive. Like, you wanted a touchdown, but you gave the people here at home something to cheer about on that first drive. Move the football enough to get your kicker an opportunity and to put 3 on the board.
Let's see what he can get done from inside his own 15. Finally stopped after a solid return out to the 32. Is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. And you want to know what impact home field advantage can have? There it is. The offense will walk it back. This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. Toss sweep to the left. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, just nothing doing on that last run. And they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
The Ducks now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Here's a quick throw out to the left. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
How nice is it in this offense to have your best receiver playing in the slot? You're matching him up against linebackers, against safeties, or nickel corners. Nickel corners are oftentimes the defense's third best cornerback. This guy is virtually uncoverable.
You can feel and hear the purple rain all the way across Lake Washington. Third down coming. He's going to take off. That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker. They told us they were going to be aggressive no matter where they were on the field. Didn't take long to prove it. Going for it on 4th down in their first drive. Under fire. And the incomplete pass, they roll the dice. Snake eyes.
Aggressive. You want to be aggressive. You want to take chances, and you tell your team about it all week, and you come out, you get an opportunity in the first half to go for it on 4th down. You shot your shot. The problem is now you put your defense in a bad situation early in this game where you're going to have to try to find a way to get a stop and create some momentum.
Gonna run it. It's Ellington. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
And defense nowadays, they don't look at stats of what is the yards per rush. They look at how many negative plays they can create. Because why? Now you look at 2nd down, man, it just became very predictable for this offense. Nice job creating the loss on 1st down.
Here we go, here we go. Motion from the wide receiver. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Makes the catch. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first.
Well, one thing you got to say about this guy is he's very, very poised. He knew he had that defender bearing down on him. He got hit right as he threw it. Still, though, it didn't affect his accuracy. Nice job getting that completion.
On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Gets it out quickly. Moving deeper into enemy territory. Move the chains. It's first down at the 27.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on third down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that play.
The Huskies with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. The give from the gun. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. Washington wants to go quickly. Might be changing the route. Looking to throw on first down. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the big hit. Operating in the red zone here on second down. From the gun, he leaves it with the back. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
You just need more from your offensive line. Second and short like that, you'd love to be able to fire off the ball and pick that up running it, but the defense was able to get penetration. They were able to get a stop, and now you set up third down, and this offensive line is going to have to play a lot better here.
Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a first down without scoring. Third down. Touchdown, Washington! Haul that baby in and then stroll into the end zone for the score. Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic.
I love it. Nice play call, nice design. Get the ball to your speedster and let him do the rest. Try to find a way to isolate guys and get matchups. And you did it with your running back, slash receiver there, and he did the rest.
And it's caught from inside the 20, and here he comes. This guy makes you hold your breath when he gets the football in his hands, and that last line of the coverage team, the only thing that stopped him from housing it. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. They were really aggressive going for it in their own end last time and put them in a tough spot, David.
Yeah, aggressive, reckless. They got to find the balance with this offense to really be productive. And last possession they went for it, they rolled the dice, Palmer, and it didn't work out for them.
Yeah, if you're better on third down moving forward, though, you keep yourself out of those situations.
The Ducks can really attack on this second and short. Gonna run it. It's Heckendorf. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down.
And, you know, big chunks like this don't happen unless you commit to the run game. You got to get those big boys up front into the game, understanding I want to knock people off the football, create some holes like you do here for my running back, make the game easy.
From the 14-yard line, it's first and 10. To the air on first down. Looking to buy time. And with not much doing downfield, he found his parents open in the stands and threw it to them.
A nice job by the quarterback there. You're outside the pocket, nobody's open, so you throw the ball away knowing that you still have more chances to get this first down.
Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Looking to fire. Oh, they're after him. Oh, it's a fumble. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. It's a turnover.
Fumbles are great when you force them, and you're always thinking about as a defensive player, but man, when the weather conditions start to come down, it starts to rain, and you know that ball's a little bit slick, and you know more runs are coming, you really try to get to that football. Nice job getting the football out, falling on top of it, forcing the turnover.
Wow, how about the stop-start speed? That reminds you of Napoleon Kaufman or Bishop Sankey, Myles Gaskin, great Washington Husky running backs of years past that just made defenders look silly because of that stop-start ability. This dude has some wheels.
On first down from their own 22. Leaves it with the back. Maybe picked up a couple. He's down at the 24. And here comes the offense on second down.
Get set.
Got a little space. And he'll be stopped for no gain and will be stopped for the end of the first quarter. We've reached the break. Bow down to your leaders, Washington. They came out and jumped on them early in the first. Let's take a break and look at the first quarter stats. So they had a chance to talk over this third down play to open the period. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Early movement on the offense, and they'll push it back 5 yards. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. Third and long, backed up inside their 20. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the wideout. And that third down pass had some serious juice, but they couldn't hook up.
You threw the incompletion, you've got fourth down in your own end, but you want to keep the good times rolling, right? Things have just been getting better and better early in this game. You kicked a field goal, then you got a touchdown. You don't want to punt right here. So if I'm the offensive coordinator, it's really, really hard. You're begging your coach to let you stay on the field here and try and convert this fourth down.
And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. After that last drive, he came back to the sideline, and the coach probably said, "You dropped it? You didn't pick it up? Come on, get on the ball, David."
No, that's not what he said. He said, you're doing a great job. Just keep your head up. Oh, yeah, he got blasted. You got to hold on to the football, Palmer. Turnovers decide games. Those are big plays.
It's tough on him, too, because he knows he let his offense down on that last drive. So you know that guy's eager and anxious to come out here and make a play.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Wants to go up top. Grab near the marker. It's Heckendorf. Across the 50 and down and out of bounds at the 44. A good pickup on that one.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
They cross midfield at the 45 with a 1st and 10. The give on the option. This freshman makes the stop after a short gain. For decades, Washington dominated this rivalry. Then 1994, and the pick by Kenny Wheaton took it to the house. And since that moment, this rivalry has been on.
It's been so much fun to watch. For years, it had conference championship implications. We've seen Heisman Trophy implications in this one. More recently, college football playoff implications as well. Always fun when these two teams get together.
And it doesn't matter what conference they're in. We're always watching this matchup. All eyes are on this match. They don't like each other. A lot of animosity. The coaches don't like each other. The players don't like each other. This is going to be a great ball game.
Finally, this offense starting to show a little juice. They've got a 1st and 10. Pulls and fires it complete to the right. Touchdown, Oregon! Made the grab and took it on in for the score. These two guys, they just shared a glance, and they knew exactly what to do, David.
And how many times do we hear that? The quarterback talk about him after the game and go, hey, I just looked at him. He knew what I saw. I knew what he saw. We're on the same page. We've done this before. That chemistry equals big plays.
And he did get that extra point through the slippery surface, no problem.
Guys, the Governor's Cup is being decided in the Bluegrass State today. It's the Cards and Wildcats, and here's the latest. Kentucky opened up a can, and how many times can you say you went into someone else's house and beat them by double digits? It's what happened today, and the rest of college football should take notice. Regardless the outcome today, guys, these are still two quality programs. Proof the sport is as healthy as ever.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there, Kevin. Thanks for the update. The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. They'll try the run. Really needed a play like that to get out of their own end. They move the chains. They mark it at the 29.
It's hard to stop great runners. It really is. That's why you run the football consistently. You got a big offensive line, a big physical unit. You run the football like this, man, it will take a toll later. But you got to tackle this guy over and over again who has this ability to make people miss and make big plays.
Now on 1st and 10 from the 29. They'll ride the hot hand. Defense there to stop him after a 2-yard gain to the 31. Washington right back to the line. Quarterback may change this route. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Finds the tight end. They get him at the 42, but he picked up 10 there.
Well, you know who's got to love this offense picking up so many first downs? It's their own defense. David, I know you love playing on teams with great offenses.
And the Huskies have it with a 1st and 10. The give to the back. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers in the entire country.
Back to pass on 2nd down. Throws to the wideout. Oh, he drops it. That is a catch he makes 99 times out of 100, but it'll be 3rd down.
And in this weather, man, you start to see more of this. You try to throw the ball harder to penetrate it through the weather and get it to your target, but just catching a football that's a little bit slippery sometimes, you'll see some of those drops, and it's just part of the game.
Fires to the tight end, and they'll stop him about 5 yards short of the 1st.
And that's a great job executing the drag route. You just bring the big fella across the formation, wait for him to come open. The quarterback does a good job seeing him, finds him in the hole, hits him. Perfect job.
On 4th down, he'll try to toss it. The big tight end makes the grab. It's a 1st down. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line.
That tells you a lot about their confidence in this quarterback. 4th down early in the game on your own end, and you go for it, but when you make decisions and throws like that, it's easy to see why.
Quick completion on the out route. Across the 25, he's got room. He's brought down, but what a play for this offense, and they'll have it at the 12-yard line.
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field, and they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Got to need better effort in the back end for this defense moving forward.
Amazing how many times an offensive holding penalty will stall a drive. We'll see if the offense can overcome it. Looking for a productive play on 1st down. On the move, it's Ellington. They keep feeding him in this running game, and the defense is having none of it, and it's been that way all day. Wide receiver comes in motion. To the air on 2nd down. Under fire. Breaks into the open. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
Well, that's just an amazing individual effort, trying to get back as much yardage as possible to set up a 3rd and manageable situation, right? Nice job in the open field, understanding the situation. You obviously cannot take a sack at this juncture on the drive, so do what you can do to put your offense in a good position here on 3rd down.
Motion from the wideout. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. And it's incomplete despite some serious arm strength shown there.
Bend don't break by the defense, right? They've allowed a lot of big plays, but here in the red zone, great job in coverage on that third down, and now the offense is in an interesting situation.
Absolutely perfect. The lead now 6 here in the second. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Interesting to see the ripple effects after this one in the SEC today, fellas. Texas Tech was able to squeak one out in front of those home fans in Lubbock. In fact, I think in the end, the difference may have been Red Raider Nation who will enjoy this win. Each week in the SEC, the tests are just so tough, and we found that out today again, guys, with another good team taking one on the chin.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that. It sounds as if they had a good one there. Looking to the big tight end. It's complete. They finally get to him. And what a play there to pick up the first down.
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play.
And Jesse, now their head's spinning just a little bit. Give up a big chunk play, and it's right back at them. They needed a big play, and they got it. And the foot down for the first down.
You know, football really is a game similar to chess, and there's this cat and mouse game going on between the offensive and defensive coordinators right now. It'll be interesting to see later in the game if the offensive coordinator shows the defense the exact same pre-snap look. The defense will be thinking they're going the corner route, but then this time the receiver will break to the middle of the field, might catch the defense completely off guard.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Running back searching for a hole. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down.
And listen, the offensive line has to do their job, but a really good job by the running back understanding where his hole is. Go hit it, get the first down, don't mess around. Nice job following his hole, getting positive yards.
And the Ducks come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Firing to the right, complete. That throw and catch gets them down to the 6, and the defense is running out of answers.
You know, it's a nice throw by the QB there. When you're throwing to running backs, you got to make it easy. So you want to put it right on their body, make the catch simple, and let them go to work like they did just there, getting that first.
Didn't get much done on that run. He'll fight his way out and maybe pick up a yard.
It's an offense that takes pride in being physical. They try to get it going on the ground, but no gain on that one.
Just nowhere to run. Not a lot of wiggle room for the ball carrier.
This defense came in knowing that they had to match their physicality. Let's see if they can keep it up.
It's complete to the left. And he'll run it into the end zone. Touchdown, Ducks!
That touchdown pass at the end of the half is really going to help out this quarterback's confidence. The extra point's going to give them the lead. You got to feel good heading in at halftime. When you're up on the scoreboard, expect them to keep throwing it around in the second half.
And they did tack on the extra point. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. They'll get this drive going from the 17. He wants to change this route. They'll start this drive with a pass. Complete to the left. He gets it down to the 30-yard line, and time is running short here in the first half. From the gun, the running back looking for room.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on second down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on second down.
The Huskies in a good spot here with 2nd and short. They'll send the back in motion. Back to throw, and they've got to be aware of the clock. But it's incomplete, and this sophomore quarterback usually makes that throw every time. And the Huskies come to the ball trying to pick up this 3rd and short. Looking to throw for it. Snagged in the middle. It's Ellington. Gets it to the 46-yard line. 1st down for this offense. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the 1st half. The offense setting up shop at the 46. 1st and 10. Motion from the back. Wants to throw on 1st down. Going to throw it over the top of the knee. And that one's incomplete. We're taking a shot there, but couldn't hook up.
Well, this defense was ready for go balls against this receiver and his speed. He's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up, but if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
Nifty little scamper on this one. Enough for the 1st down, and he slides in safely. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. One more snap coming before halftime. Wants to adjust the pattern. Looking downfield on 1st down. The quick out. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there.
Great timing there in that throw by the QB on the out route. Gets it to his guy just in time. He makes the catch, and his momentum takes him out of bounds.
So with only seconds left in the half, here comes the field goal unit. And he's got to find the right combination of distance and accuracy from the right hash and 45 yards out. Dead center perfect. And with that field goal, they now have the lead. 1st half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. Washington about to boot it deep to start things in the 2nd half. From inside the 15, here comes the return. Finally stopped after a solid return out to the 32. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. I imagine we'll see them go right back to work up top after how productive that passing game was in the 1st half.
And it's interesting.
Turning it on! Running inside the 20. Touchdown, Oregon! And that one will put them up here in the 2nd half. You know they love their track at Oregon. And when the gun goes off and he hits open field, he is headed to the tape, and he was burning by the time he hit the end zone.
And they've had guys year after year with serious track speed. They'll get you the small runs, lull you to sleep, and then boom, they make those big plays because they got big-time playmakers with speed at running back.
He's going to take a chance from midway in his end zone. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. Offense changing the play. Movement on the offense, and they'll lose 5 yards on the penalty. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Bunch formation for these receivers. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. Good pickup on the ground there. Give him 5 to the 16-yard line.
And you're seeing the offense now mix up the tempos. After a successful run, they're now going hurry up.
This time the defense was ready, and they stop him in his tracks.
You know, the runner just has to have a little bit more patience. He bounced that thing outside a little too early, and as a result, lost yards.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Looking to scramble. Fires on the move. Got him in the open. Solid work and execution there. They'll have a first down as they mark it at the 4.
That's going to drive the defensive coordinator crazy because these guys take pride on their sub-defense packages. When you get into 3rd and long situations, that's when D coordinators love to get creative and throw all these exotic blitzes and pressure the quarterback. Nobody got even close to him that time. Way too much time to survey the field. And that was just way too easy for the offense to pick up that first.
2nd down, they'll go to the air. Moving, keeping the eyes downfield. Gonna try. Oh, he's got some space. Touchdown, Huskies. Once he got some room, it was over.
Man, he just makes it look so fun to play quarterback. Like, he's playing his own little game. He just scrambles around, takes off. Nobody can catch him all the way to the house for 6.
PAT unit on the field. And with the extra point, they have a 2-point lead. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Fellas, while we have a moment, let's peek in on what's going on in a big one in the American. Baylor has the lead right now, but even though we've heard sick 'em a bunch, this has been a nip-and-tuck affair inside McLean Stadium. They are up by 12 over Memphis. Ought to be fun, fellas, to see how things play out in this notable matchup in the American.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. Looking to throw on 1st down. Hit hard as he released the ball on that 1st down pass, and it never had a chance.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They have been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy. That's why the ball falls in.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Back to pass. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
Yeah, and you don't see that often, right? This guy is elite. He's one of the best in the business. This is what he does for a living, obviously. That's why he gets paid millions of dollars. Yes, NIL is real. So I don't expect many misses from this guy like that.
Can you even imagine trying to operate in the midst of this purple rain on 3rd down? Tackle is made at the 38. Let's see just how daring they'll be on 4th down. Boy, if they don't convert this 4th down, there will be questions to be answered. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. And they can't connect. A costly turnover on downs.
That's a gutsy call. And I know the analytics world says to go for it more often, but when you're in your own territory and now you turn the football over to the other team, points are so much easier to get. Obviously, I know, Jesse, it didn't take a color commentator to figure that out.
The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. How about that blocking up front in that running game last time as they just walked it down for a touchdown, David?
And the big boys up front doing their job. Opening holes, the backs making plays. Everything on the ground on that first drive worked.
And we know that this is the identity this coaching staff wants for this team, right? They want to be the most physical team on the field. Let's see if they can keep it up.
And the defense able to drag him down, but not before. They'll recycle that down marker.
I like the running back there on the route and the patience he showed, really setting it up. He got to the defender, he was able to put his foot in the ground, get some separation, catch it, and turn upfield for the first.
They'll give it to the back. Brought down after a good pickup, and they're in the red zone at the 20. The Huskies can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Looking to fire. It's complete on the right side. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line.
Nice job by the running back catching the football and understanding where the first down marker was. I got to go get that first down. He did a nice job of it.
Washington has a lot of things working, set up with another first down. From the gun, the ground game. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in.
And after having a nice gain like that on first down, if you're the offensive coordinator here, maybe you're thinking about being aggressive and taking a shot. Because even if it's incomplete on second down, on third, you won't have that long to go.
On the snap, it's Davis. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Washington.
And what a push up front by this offensive line. Everyone playing in unison, driving out of their stance, working into the second level, hats on hats, creating a lane for that running back.
The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays, and he found his way to the end zone from the 7 to cap it. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. From inside his own 15, looking for a crevice. Finally stopped after a solid return out to the 32. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. What a turn that last drive was. Didn't pick up the 4th down, and it led to the scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and those are frustrating because you think you might get points and then your defense gives up points. This has got to be a complementary football type deal. The offense now needs to provide a little spark and give this defense some hope.
No doubt, David. They got to turn the page, and they've got to play with a little bit more urgency here, knowing they've got to get that one back and put a good drive together.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. To go up top. Hit as he throws. Complete to the right. And they get him down at the 43, but this is the kind of explosive play you want to build on.
That's a really nice looking throw. And when I think about the Ducks offense, I think about explosive plays, right? In the running game, but also in the passing game. I feel like if this team is going to win the conference, they need this guy here to be able to make throws like that on a consistent basis. But I'll tell you, he really gives them a chance. He makes this offense go.
Out of the gun, the running back has it. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line?
And that run really didn't go anywhere. A lot of times we don't focus on it enough. How important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down.
Every defense in the country talks about getting offenses in predictable 3rd and long situations where I can bring on more speedsters and I know the pass is coming so I can have more success.
Fires on the move. Big man has it. It's a 1st down and more. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Ducks!
And that's what I think makes this tight end so dynamic. He's so dangerous once he has the ball in his hands. There's so many tight ends out there that are just possession guys. They usually go down right after they catch the ball. This guy has the ability to, with his speed, to make people miss, and he showed it to you right there on that touchdown catch.
That ball scoots through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. They still have the lead, but they need to respond to that last score. They'll run the RPO and throw it right. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a 1st down at the 38.
This slot receiver gives defensive coordinators nightmares. You have got to double him virtually on every pass play. He better have safety help over top. Otherwise, this guy's a threat to score every time they throw the ball.
It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. The give to the tailback. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Great job of contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened there.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Trying play action. He makes the catch close to the sticks, but he'll be a little short of the 1st down. There's not a lot more beautiful in football than the play action and the open tight end.
Yeah, because it freezes those linebackers. It freezes those safeties because they have to come up for a second and play the run. And then the big tight ends, big targets on the back end can catch the football and make big plays.
They turn to the passing game on 3rd and short. Unloads to the wideout. Intercepted. Big play. Stops the drive.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his 2nd of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
They'll put the ball in play from just inside their own 40 at the 39. They're going to throw it to start the drive. It's on target and complete. There he goes. They'll get him stopped at the 45, but it's a big 15-yard pickup and a 1st down. They built this offense around finding mismatches and just get the ball to the back and let him do his thing.
Yeah, it didn't have to be long down the field. Like it threw it right near the line of scrimmage, but you know I got a guy, when he gets in space, he can make big plays happen. Nice decision by the QB.
You're trying to run the football. There's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
The Ducks have put themselves in dire straits after that last play at 2nd and a mile. Back to pass. Oh, it's picked off. Oh, at the worst possible time. Trying to take it back. They finally make the stop, and not only the huge turnover, but the big return has them set up in business. About the only good thing that happened for the offense on that play. At least it wasn't a pick six. What a return.
Yeah, that didn't look good for the offense. You know all those big fellas, those O-linemen, they're not going to be able to go make the play. So as the DB getting the interception, you know if you can break that play and you can get past that level, it might be to the house. It might be to the crib. Lucky that wasn't a pick six if you're on offense.
And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Husky. A quick strike, just as we expected.
Yeah, and quick strikes are easy when you got such great field position. Obviously, when the offense starts in such a good spot, puts the defense in a bad position, and the offense takes advantage.
From inside his own 15, trying to follow his blockers. They get him down, and that'll be the final play of the third period. We've reached the break. It's Washington holding the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. When you're dealing with a deficit like this, it's all about somebody stepping up to make a play, and you might as well start here in the fourth quarter. They go back to work in the final period of this one. Takes the handoff. It's Heckendorf. And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front.
Well, this guy's been an animal all game long. He's had tons of success running the football. The defense had to do something to stop him. Give the D-line and that front seven tons of credit for being really physical there, getting the TFL.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. The RPO, fire complete to the left. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line.
Man, this guy has had an amazing year all season long. He has stepped up and made plays for his team when they needed it most. And with that last completion, he's now crossed 4,000 yards passing for the year.
They'll snap it from the 39, 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Just a short pass to the tight end. Nice gain on that play, but a little bit short of the 1st down.
And his offense is going to have to come up clutch, man. Like late in the football game, you are trailing. This is why you get paid the big bucks. This is why the quarterback is the glamour position. Like, you've got to trust him. He's got to come through. They got to put a few drives together here to get back in this football game.
They make the stop, but he knew exactly how much he needed and where he needed to get for that 1st down. The Ducks are on the move. Looking to throw on 1st down. Just a little bit too much juice on that one as the freshman was taking a shot.
Well, they're trying to attack the middle of the field. That time the ball a little too high for his wide receiver, and it falls incomplete.
What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? They'll throw again after the incompletion. He turns it loose to the left. Makes the catch at the 20. Ripping off the huge gain down to the 17-yard line.
Yeah, and the quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football, had time, spins the ball deep. Nice job by this offense, understanding what the defense is giving them and creating the explosive play.
And the Ducks will line it up on 1st and 10. They'll try to pop the draw. He stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the 1st down without getting it into the end zone. The RPO, it's complete. And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Oregon! So much about the passing game is about timing, execution, communication, and these two, that's a virtual textbook there.
And no doubt about it. And the receiver making plays for his quarterback, being dependable, running the route to the right depth consistently. Does a great job running this route. Great result because of it.
And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
A lot of eyeballs on your game, guys, and a few on this interesting matchup as well. The home team is just getting blown off the field right now, and at this rate, I'm not sure it won't get worse. The Cowboys have avoided the noise all week. They've let their playing do the talking, and that speaks louder than anything. They're trailing by 16 to Wyoming. We'll circle back if anything big happens in this college football matchup.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. They'll go to the fullback. And he broke one tackle on the way to a solid pickup there.
And this fullback is just dependable, and he's versatile. He's not just a guy that can block. He can catch the ball. And like you saw right there, you can hand it off to him, and he can generate you explosive plays.
And the Huskies with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Give to the running back. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
We love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Use the play fake. Now to throw. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't make the connection.
Yeah, taking the shot down the field, I love it. Offenses have to do that. A lot of times offenses get pretty conservative, but take deep shots down the field. Try to make those big plays. Trust your wide receivers and your big play guys to make those shots down the field.
Clock is under 4 minutes as they come to the line for 2nd down. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Quickly complete. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49.
And a play like that, that seems routine, but it only works if the quarterback can get the ball out on time and out in front of the wide receiver. That allows the receiver to keep separation from the defender, and the ball hits him in stride.
This Washington offense moving quickly down the field. Wide receiver going in motion. Smart move to keep it on the ground. And he has had a long day at the office, not to mention the backfield, as the defense has been all over him. Wants to fire on 2nd down. On target to the left. Inside the 35, knocked out of bounds. This offense with a big play, and they'll mark it at the 33.
It's hard to run a route or get lost near the sidelines and understand exactly where you're at. Nice job understanding I was starting to get close to the sidelines, throttling down a little bit, catching the football and making sure I was in bounds.
The give to Davis. He works his way down to the 30-yard line before he stopped a gain of 3. Washington wants to go quickly.
Well, this offense thinks that they have enough left in the tank here to run the football and run all the time off the clock. They got the lead late. Didn't get the first down on that last one, but it's not going to surprise anybody if they turn around and hand it off again here.
Here's a heat. He'll pull it down and run. How about this sophomore learning when to just do it himself?
It's the 4th quarter. Every second counts, right? It's a one-possession game. We're chasing the QB. He scrambles around, does such a great job getting positive yards, keeping this drive alive. We need to score badly. We got to keep drives alive like this. Wonderful job.
Quarterback making checks. To the air on first down. Makes the grab. He'll be forced out of bounds. They'll mark it at the 13.
A nice job by the QB there, timing out that drag throw. It's zone coverage, so he's got to make sure he gets it to his receiver in a window to allow him to catch the ball and then turn it upfield.
Going to work on second down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. They'll leave it with him. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity.
This is an offense that prides themselves on being physical, so you need 1 yard, just hand it off to your back and let him go to work.
We'll head to the 2-minute timeout. Tight ball game here, and this offense will try to milk the clock. The Huskies had tough field position to start this drive, but they've been relentless in moving the ball methodically down the field. From the gun, the running back has it. And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring.
Here we go.
The pull and throw off the RPO. Defense grabs the football, and there he goes.
And you're off. Talking to each other the whole time. Look at the score. Understand the situation. We got a chance to go up by 2 scores. We got a chance to put this ball game away. We have to hold on to the football. 2 hands. Make sure I go to the ground with that thing in my possession. It's a big mistake that could cost them big.
Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Looking to convert, they'll go to the Wildcat.
Get set.
Back has it. He'll pitch it. They will stop him short, and the defense trying to keep him alive. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Now this is rolling the dice, or perhaps they've gone outside their head. They're already up. Boy, this could really backfire if they don't convert on fourth down. Lets it go to the end zone. The incomplete pass ends a frustrating series, and they turn it over on downs.
And as a defense, that's all you can ask for. Give the ball back to your offense. Yes, you're still down. You gave them a chance. They got the football. They got some time left. Now can they put a drive together? Maybe go tie this game. Maybe go win this game. Great stop by this defense.
Wants to throw on first down. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
And I'm so interested to see how this young man responds, man. Like, he has been really good all game long. Put up some big numbers, but now it's prime time. It's a big moment. Can he step up in this spotlight, make a big drive, make a big play for his team to maybe go win this football game?
Well, they've thrown 2 straight incompletions, and they just need to play pitch and catch on this next play. They're down a possession, and you don't have to necessarily get the first down right here, but if you don't get it, you've got to at least keep the fourth down manageable to give yourself an opportunity to keep pushing the ball down the field, give yourself a shot to win.
You can feel and hear the purple rain all the way across Lake Washington. Third down coming. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. Fourth down coming up.
Man, you gotta love this defense. Being dialed in, being ready for the pass late in this football game when you needed a stop, playing tendencies, breaking on the football, 3 straight incompletions. Way to rise up by this defense.
Down a possession here in the fourth, and they'll need to convert on this fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Complete out of the backfield. Stopped short of the marker, and they stop in his